you never become sagun, otherwise avatar kabhi hote hi nahi fir. When we say avatar aaye hain, it's a continuous process, right? So we have to be very careful. And when you said that,
but अवतार आए हमें अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करवाने के लिए, जब बहुत अंधकार हो गया तो अवतार का रूप लेके भगवान ने अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करने के लिए अवतार बनाए, पर ये नहीं कि हम अवतार की पूजा करनी शुरू कर दें और भगवान को भूल जाएं।
लेकिन वो क्या कह रहे हैं कि अवतार की पूजा करते करते आपका मन अपने आप शुद्ध होगा और आप समझ जाओगे। सो हाँ तो आप समझ जाओगे। पर जो लोग बोलते, see, one of the things that when you said that why was Geeta written, there is a little bit confusion in your understanding about that too. Geeta is nothing but the sar of all Upanishad. Okay, so it's not like Geeta is written for he was just trying to take everything together,
and to make it more understandable even to the lower level of people who don't have that kind of understanding. It's made to so that everybody can understand it and everybody can accept it and everybody can start their journey from where they are.
But in your mind, the lower and higher is something what Krishna Bhagavan shattered in that verse when he said that no matter how big sinner you are, you can still get it.
Yes.
So फिर इसमें higher lower कहाँ हुआ?
If you can reach to that nirguna quickly, if you there is again same, everybody has to go through the same path. They have to become self-realized, and how you can become self-realized, it's your efforts, how sincerely you put efforts, how much karma you accumulated over the past births. But it's not like, okay, I want to enjoy the whole scenery and I still want to reach there before the person who reaches straight way.
See, when we talk about reaching,
enjoying the process.
When we talk about reaching somewhere, that's also a delusion in our head. Basically, you're not going anywhere. It's just some shift. You wake up wherever you are. So when we have this terms that as though I'm going, it sounds like some kind of very arduous journey that you have to take. जैसे कि हिंदी में कहावत है, जब जागो तब सवेरा. Okay, so person who, no matter what condition you are, something clicks and he wakes up, it's done. That's how I have understood it, but I'm not insisting upon anybody's understanding, because I told you in this class I'm not telling my opinion, but the only time I bring something, because I'm trying to bring the understanding what I have understood from these, Swamiji's commentary and listening to other Swamis, that basically it is like if you understand both aspects, that's when you are self-realized. The moment you
take it otherwise. I always raise those questions and give clarifications according to my understanding.
True. You are giving according to you.
It's not like I'm trying to dispute what you are saying, but I'm trying to clarify my own understanding.
That's totally fine. You said whatever you wanted to, I said whatever, and then everybody can take it according to what they want. I'm not insisting. Personally, I'm not insisting on any on understanding at all. I'm just telling, do the vichar, do the own contemplation. This is how I think he's saying. Yes, Geeta ji.
You said it's not an arduous task. It is an arduous task. Look at us sitting here week after week, and
You think that this is a arduous? I think this is the most pleasurable thing that in my mind I always look forward to. I don't look at it as a pain. I'm looking like, when am I going to see everybody to discuss this? So that is all in our mind, Geeta ji. That's how I look at it. If you think, in fact, one time, Tejomayanand ji said, he's saying that when we say, oh, I have this problem, don't call it a problem. Call it a situation. The moment you find the solution, it's not a problem anymore. So when we say, oh, it is so hard, and here Krishna Bhagwan तो तुमको कितना बड़ा promise दिया है उन्होंने. हमारी टीचर बोलती थी कि उन्होंने कह दिया कि तुम सबसे बड़े सिनर हो. कौन किसको बोलते हैं हम लोग? सबसे उन्होंने बहुत सारे मर्डर किए हो, कुछ किया. हमने तो कुछ भी नहीं किया ये सब. तो अगर वो उन लोगों की बात कर रहे हैं तो हम लोग के लिए तो ये आसान होना चाहिए. I'm bringing just a point of view. You can take it the way you want, but
the measure of how easy it is how much we are suffering and enjoying this life. If I feel that this life is very tough for me, then I'm not there, man.
And I think that suffering gets better with it's not like somebody said it very nicely. The guru cannot take away your suffering. He can give you umbrella, to kind of, when the waves come of suffering, it stops it a little bit. And then the most famous saying that this person goes to a sadhu and says, hey, can you take away all my pain? He said, no, I can't take away your pain, but I can give you the remedy how to handle it. If I know how to handle the pain, then it's not such a big deal anymore anyway. Because we have seen self-realized people also go through tremendous pain. Family may all kind of bad things happen to family members. The bodily they suffer. किसने बोला कृष्ण भगवान के तो कितनी suffering थी. We only look at him smiling and all that. His 7 brothers and sisters were killed. I mean, 1 sister and 6 brothers were killed. Rakshasas were constantly coming. And whole life he was just killing the bad guys. So if we are talking about our suffering, वो तो कृष्ण भगवान का देखो, हमारा तो कुछ भी नहीं है उनके सामने. And राम भगवान को तो जंगल में भेज दिया. 14 वर्ष के लिए जाओ.
I was going to say the same thing,
Yeah.
And talking about Sagun and Nirgun, personally, I am just more comfortable with Sagun at this point. And to me, it was very good news कि अगर निर्गुण नहीं भी होता है तो ना सही. I'm just comfortable with Sagun. और इस जन्म में अगर उससे भी पार लग जाते हैं, जहाँ भी पहुँचते हैं, ठीक है, अगले जन्म में देखी जाएगी, because I don't think I'm getting very successful with Nirgun.
No, and so you cannot force Nirgun.
That's very good. That's the way to live.
You cannot force Nirgun. And you know that Ramakrishna Paramhans did Kali Upasana till the end. You think he was not self-realized, but that's something that it conducive to him, Kali ki Upasana. So I'm glad, Meeraji, that you are comfortable with what you want to do, because people are going to say, no, this is the path. No, if your Shraddha is right, if you continue on that path with your Shraddha and all that, God will give you what you need.
And people
It's
can
not
say
that,
anything.
it's just that for me, होता नहीं है निर्गुण. I'm being honest. होता नहीं है. तो जो होता है भैया उसको ही करते चलो.
And you know what Krishna Bhagwan ne declare kar diya, in chapter 12. Nirgun Upasana is very difficult. So he mentioned that, and उसमें क्या बोलते हैं, difficulties ज़्यादा हैं. Sagun is a lot easier, and it is absolutely fine to do Sagun. There is no problem, because Arjun had that question in chapter 11. He saw the Vishwarup Darshan, and then he got confused. He's saying, Bhagwan, are you Sagun or are you Sakar? Which one is better? That's the question he asked.
Nice.
And Krishna Bhagwan did not answer him which is better. He said, whoever is absorbed in me is the better bhakta. I don't care whether it is Nirgun or Sagun, the one who is absorbed in me. That's the underlying thing he said. He did not
That's
answer.
the underlying thing.
Yeah, so you cannot, nobody can say that this is better or that's better.
Yes, if by doing Sagun Puja, but you are reaching to Nirgun, you don't.
See, again and
know,
again you keep saying.
because you are so much engrossed in it. You are so
Anyway.
much engrossed that you don't even know that you are reaching to Nirgun. So
I
the
don't think
whole
so,
thing is
because-
how deeply, how sincerely, how
Okay, this is what we need to do right now. Let's drop our fixed thing and just meditate upon this, whatever Bhagwan said. That will get us, more calm in this. Because this argument, what it was Sarva Priyananji said, the argument went on for 1,000 years. So तुम किस खेत की मूली हो? तो यहाँ पर कोई conclusion नहीं आने वाला. So the best is दोनों को प्रणाम करो और बोलो भगवान तुम दोनों हो और आगे बढ़ो और सब मिल जाएगा. जो तुम्हारे लिए ठीक होगा वो मिल जाएगा तुम्हें.
yes.
Okay, so let's see. We actually went over. What did we do? Did we start कहाँ तक किया हमने? I have to mark it.
The Om symbol.
We were on page 119.
My page
First
number is not
few
the
lines.
same.
We finished over there. Enacted too late in the night. यहाँ तक किया.
Just tell me the paragraph with what it begins with.
To beware of them, shun them, avoid them.
Oh, okay, I got that. I'll just put over here, right? We finished that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to close the class. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Nice, very nice. Because Om ka yahi hai na. Om is like gives you both, and Om is another name you can say. True.
Right.
See, क्या है कि जब तक हम लोग बॉडी में है ना, हम लोग को कोई आधार चाहिए.
आधार चाहिए, right?
या
That's right.
और आधार के बिना, और हम लोग जो दूसरे जो रिलीजन बोलते हैं ना, वो हम लोग मूर्ति पूजा नहीं करते हैं. इनडायरेक्टली सभी कर रहे हैं. बिकॉज वो लोग जब भी वो मदर मैरी की पिक्चर लगा देंगे, या क्या बोलते हैं उसको, क्रॉस भी तो सिंबल ही हो गया ना. बिना, अगर कोई हवा में बोलेगा तो कैसे समझ में आएगा हमको? बिकॉज अभी हम लोग बुद्धि से ग्रास्प करने की कोशिश करेंगे, लेकिन जब हम लोग एब्जॉर्ब हो जाते हैं ना उसमें, तो फिर जब टाइम आएगा तो भगवान अपने आप दिखा देगा वो दूसरा रास्ता. यू नो, so that's what it is. It's like, to me, that example of the fire is the best one. You cannot separate heat and light from fire, and that's why that thing is there. Radha Krishna, Ram Sita, Shiv Parvati. शिव के बिना पार्वती कुछ नहीं है, पार्वती के बिना शिव भी नहीं है कुछ. तो वो सगुण और निर्गुण में एक दूसरे को चाहिए. वो खाली निर्गुण होएगा तो इट्स लाइक, what is this world for then, if not to enjoy it? तो किसी ने बोला कि शिव भगवान भी जब मेडिटेशन में बैठते हैं एकदम डीप चले जाते हैं, फिर जब उनका मेडिटेशन खत्म होता है उठ के तांडव करते हैं. वो दोनों तांडव का मतलब एक डिस्ट्रक्टिव डांस भी है और दूसरा वाला भी है. जब वो एक पार्वती के साथ जब डांस करते हैं, दैट इज अ जॉयफुल डांस. इवन शिव भगवान नीड्स बोथ somebody who's saying. I thought that was a beautiful example, that he's sitting in this and Krishna Bhagwan भी जब meditation में बैठते हैं नहीं तो बंसी बजाते हैं फिर. So एक दूसरे के बिना अधूरा है, That's why बोलते हैं ना कि अगर कृष्ण के को पहुंचना है तो किसके साथ जाना पड़ेगा? राधा के साथ, which is symbolic. नहीं तो कृष्ण भगवान मिलेंगे ही नहीं. और एक अभी एक उपनिषद में भी आएगा कि दिस पर्सन like भगवान appears as yaksha and all that, if we ever do that, and then it seems that the person says, how do I reach this Brahman? So he's saying, through Parvati Devi you reach it. They use the word Uma. My name is Uma, but the name is Parvati ka hi naam hai. Uma Devi ke through you reach. So that's why I think that the symbol, what Sheila ji is saying is very true. If we are in our body, symbol becomes a very important thing for us. And now they have given us the most powerful symbol, Om. If somebody doesn't want to do any other deity and all, they can pick up the Om symbol. Geeta ji, did your thing get answered? Most of it?
Well, I just want to reiterate that the basic truth that we are facing is that whatever circumstances we are in this life has been determined by our past karma, and whatever we do now is going to create our situations in the next life. All right? If we are overwhelmed by the negativity in this life at any point, then of course we want to reach out for help. So these other things are the ways to help ourselves. The yagya, the part, the jap. These are the tools we use to strengthen us from within, so that we can handle all the sorrows and the suffering and all this in this life.
Yeah.
So we should not be dependent on just a prayer to God. Okay, we need to put in the effort even to strengthen ourselves. Just praying to God is actually a cop out. It's just saying, God, save me, is not, I mean, put in your effort, strengthen yourself from within. That's what I'm saying. And as far as Nirgun and Sagun is concerned, I agree that we need symbols, because we can't imagine the unimaginable.
Yeah, there you go.
So we need symbols. My comment to that would be that perhaps in our Sanatan Dharma, we have put too much emphasis on different millions of kinds of Devis and Devtas, and too much emphasis perhaps on puja part, and puja, not part, because part is supposed to be purifying. Puja, yes, I know. This is the karam part of it. Bhagavan says, well, if you cannot concentrate on me, can put your mind in me, then do karam, this kind of thing, abhyas and all that, as he says in the 12th chapter. But maybe I still feel that we spend too much time on arti and dressing and pool and all this sort of stuff, and we should spend more time perhaps in the other things, like the Gyan and Manan and meditation, emphasize those more, and the Yagya Gyan meditations type things.
True. But before you go further in that, I just want to say, because we went through that when he was talking about the different 12 yagnas, and it was Nikhilananji who said, in the Kali Yuga, see, when the puja becomes like adambar, like just doing for show off or some kind of increasing your ego, it has not much meaning at all. Okay, that is like become more destructive. But if somebody enjoys that sagun aspect, like some people do the baby Krishna, they will bathe and they will do, and if their heart is absorbed in it and they are doing it according to him, this is Nikhilananji saying, who is the head of Chinmaya Mission in Delhi. So there's some power in what he's saying. He's not just saying. He's saying, he actually says that it's the same thing like somebody doing yagna. He doesn't think it's different. I'm just bringing from his perspective. Somehow there has become a fashion to say, sit in meditation and do and all. But if some people enjoy that other stuff, they will make equal progress, the one who's doing yagna and all that. So, and that's why I brought that 12th chapter back, that Krishna Bhagavan said, he did not answer Arjun's question, Sagun is better or Nirgun. He's saying, whoever is absorbed in me. And then he gave qualities. If these qualities you have, then you are my bhakt. And that person can be doing Sagun sadhana, but he has developed these qualities by doing whichever sadhana. So we have to be, any kind of adambar is useless. Log yagya bhi adambar ki jaise karte hain. They do it just for big show off and all that. Again, it becomes like a big problem. So that's what I have to say. Okay, one thing I wanted to tell was that Joe had mentioned that anybody wants to talk about what they got out of the class. And before we started this class, Shireen said that she did some points and she wanted to share it. So I'm going to let Shireen share that.
Okay, it's in short sentences. So I have just noted it down last night, and I would like to mention. Okay, the first thing that after doing Geeta, what it has taught me is to become more aware and observant. And for instance, I have, when I watch nature, I know nature has done so much since our birth. It does it, and it will continue to do it. It's doing now. It will be forever doing. And nature does not take a vacation. So we have to be like nature, because we are of nature, and so we have to copy things from nature. That we are all unique
although made from the same 5 elements. Even though we are of the same elements, we are unique. It has taught me to look at everyone with equanimity. Each one of us have been infused with different doses of attributes, so one should not judge a person by what they appear externally. As the saying goes in English, appearances are deceptive. I have realized that soul is unperishable and that one need not fear death. From dust we are born and unto dust we go. We came empty-handed and will go empty-handed. I have learned that we are here because of our karmas in our past lives, so we have been given chances to come back on this earth to right the wrongs from previous births. That we should focus on our duties and should perform them willingly and without complaint. We are placed in the exact place and location that we were destined to be. Nature constantly changes and so do we. Change is permanent. This is the law of the universe. That we should not be obsessed with desires and continue to perform without any attachment. Desires are natural and they come and go. They should not control our lives. Do not become slave to your desires. Purity of mind is required to advance spiritually, and that one should throw away in the garbage jealousy, hatred, and destructive behavior at any cost. Thoughts define life. Negativity in mind brings negative results. Control your mind and become the master of your mind. That happiness and bliss can be reached here and now if mind is purified, and if mind is purified, the switch of happiness is under our control. To learn from nature and to give generously without expectations as nature does. I have also realized that nothing happens without a reason. That there are many ways to reach God, that one should dedicate all activities to God with devotion and sincerity. Any activity performed as worship to God becomes yajna or sacrifice. Geeta has taught me that the soul is invisible and inconceivable, unbreakable and insoluble. The soul resides in the cave of a heart. Geeta tells us that we are not the body is just a lump of matter subject to decay. That the body given to us is just a vehicle for the soul that is used to take us to the next destination. Our aim is to unite this soul with God. That soul does not die, nor is it reborn, and it has always been there. The soul is eternal. The soul cannot be destroyed, killed, burned, or dried. The soul is our consciousness. Without the soul, body is just a lump of matter. Again, that's the same thing. That there are 3 different types of food: tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. That one should see the world, that is human beings, animal, and the plant kingdom as manifestations of God. Geeta says that those who fix their minds on the Lord and worship me and have faith, I consider them to be perfect in yoga. Geeta says to take control of our senses. Geeta says whatever happens, happens for the good. Whatever is happening for the good. Whatever will happen will also happen for the good. We are all part of universal consciousness. This is all, but I know there are a lot more that are.
No, you did a fantastic job.
Very good.
Excellent. Very, very
Very
nice.
good, Shirin. You did very good. Very good ideas.
Yes, lovely. And now you were right on track, everything.
Strange, if you can just scan it and send it to us, that would be
Yeah,
great.
I was going to say the same thing. If you can please forward it to me, but if
All
others
of
are
us, no,
interested-
even all of us, the same thought. I said, Shireen, you got to share this with because she did such a great job, and everything is right on. Yeah,
Yes.
very nice, excellent.
So I don't know, thoughts on you. Did I say anything wrong?
No,
No.
everything was totally fine. That's how I felt, but others can say it too.
One small comment, and it's again my confusion or whatever. Where to say that what happened was for the good, and what is happening is for the good, and what will happen is for the good?
Yeah, whatever is happening now is for the good. You have to take it as prasad, whatever comes,
No, my
good
question.
or bad.
My question is, if that were the case, then Bhagwan would not have to come to earth as an avatar to re-establish dharma. It means that there are times when the good is overpowered by the non-good, by the adharma. So,
See, what she's talking about is a spiritual aspect of it. What you are talking about is a worldly aspect. Once you get into the realm of spiritual aspect, then you put that trust, like she's saying, prasad buddhi, that whatever is happening is because, even if I'm going through the most horrible thing, it is some spiritual growth is behind it. That's what is a thing. So when we say good and bad, as we go lower realm, yeah, good and bad is there. But as you get higher and higher, then it's like, hey, whatever it is good. Nothing bad. That's what I understood, right? Shireen, I don't know. You can explain.
Yes, this is exactly what I mentioned.
Yeah. That's what she
That's
meant.
why I said saprasad,
Yeah.
You take it,
Yeah.
and if you keep on complaining, it only makes you more unhappy,
And then in the bigger picture, the God knows, what to do. I mean, look at this virus also. We are supposed to be so advanced in 2021. Nobody knows. The scientists are as confused as all of us. Because I live with one scientist, so I know. Every other day they're like, oh, I don't know what's happening here.
I have a comment on this. What Shireen just said and what Geeta just said. So I went to this lady who was 90-year-old. She was the head of the Vedanta Society in Australia, and she was she had an ashram of Shardama in Trivandrum. And what she told me, if you go in the morning and you worship Shardama, I mean, just as an example, then the energy she will give you enough strength, and that energy knows what is bothering you. So it will fix that problem for you. So to say, I am miserable because I'm doing too much time in praying or whatever, you won't have that issue. Because that energy you will get from the beginning will kind of make you different mood. So that is one point I wanted to mention. The other, this Sagun, Nigun and all that, everything is in Geeta. When Krishna was giving Geeta, he was in the universal mode. In fact, he showed that mode also. In fact, in one of the sentences he says, I don't know where, that these Rishi Munis, I am the Adhikaran of these Rishi Munis.
Yeah.
I am the one who have created them. So it's not like they are superior. So to me, Krishna is Krishna, whether he is in that mode or he's not that mode. So that's the other part. So to say that this is superior and bhakti is inferior is kind of doing the wrong way.
Yeah, I think I agree with Joe 100%. Yes, that's right. That's why it is like, because when Bhagwan showed him the Vishwarup Darshan, he showed him everything, good, bad, everything together. So Bhagwan is that whole thing. You cannot separate it. It's something like I take this coin and I say, I only want one side of the coin. It's not possible. So Nirgun and Sagun is like that. You cannot separate them.
No, because some rishis, if you go to Brihadanayaka Upanishad, they started making their own sun. They started making their own universe. And they said, we are so superior, we can make our own. But God is beyond that. He includes all of the universes.
Together, yes. And beyond it. God is beyond it too. He's not dependent on the universe.
Actually, that was the one Krishna was in that mode when he gave Geeta. He wasn't that mode in otherwise. Because later on when Arjun went to him, give me Geeta again, he says, I cannot, wo Paramatma Tattva mere mein nahi hai, and I cannot give that again. Which was, it's another Geeta for that, he gave.
Yeah.
Although he gave the same thing, but it was different.
True. Whatever all of you said,
So all the stuff I heard, I don't know why we have made it so confusing, because it's very simple.
I think that when Kamlaji says this is how it is, and I can't help it, but because this is what I have studied for last 30 years, so it's not. And again, I'm saying I'm not insisting anything. My opinion. I'm just saying what I have understood and what Krishna Bhagavan is saying. In the end, it's everybody's own choice what they want to pick up from this class. But one thing I want to say is that we have Manjula Jain is going to join, and she said, oh, I've not studied Gita and all that. So I gave her an option that, hey, I can do a class with her one-on-one, and then we decided Friday at 11 to give an overview of what Bhagavad Gita is, and maybe have a little summary of chapter 1 and 2 and 3 and to what point we are here, so that she feels comfortable. So I'm opening up it to anybody who, if you want to come, I'll put it there on Friday at 11. We will use the same link. Yeah, and yeah. So
I'm interested.
Yeah, if you have time and you want to join, please do, because so it's an open invitation for all, because I know some people, you guys have joined a little later. Yeah, so I thought she liked that idea. So tentatively we have done on Friday at 11. As soon as it gets confirmed, I will send it through the Gita class app, and please join in there.
Okay.
Anything else?
I've attended all the classes from the beginning, but even then, I think going over it again with you is going to be very
and it's going to be brief, but I will just say, what is Bhagavad Gita and all that, because when Kamlaji was talking about certain things, it didn't connect with me, why Bhagavad Gita came about and all that. So maybe that will get a little more clarified, so that the way I've understood from Chinmaya Mission and all that. And that's kind of important to have that background of what is Bhagavad Gita, So
I want to read one sentence from my book, which I'm revising.
Sure.
It's so timely. It says, so even if you have longed to see God, He will not appear to you. Once you have no longing, not even to see Him, then He will appear.
Oh my God.
When you have separated yourself from your body, and the body is on automatic, and you observe it, then the body is automatically worshipping Him, not by your desire, then the God will appear. So if you say, I want to see God, Mother Teresa, she did so much service, and she had this regret that she never saw God. In fact, she wrote in her excerpts, because she had not studied Gita. Because if she was in Bhakti Yoga, and then she'll know that you don't have to worry about it. It will come to you.
That's true desirelessness. That's the ultimate desirelessness.
You have to cross that thing to true. You have to reach that state to get it.
You have to, whatever you are doing, you have to be absorbed in that. You cannot think of other stuff.
You know what Swamiji says, that you can bring yourself to the door of Bhagwan, but whether he opens or not, that's in his hand. So you just wait there. When he feels appropriate, boom, he'll open and you'll be in.
No, Ravindranath Tagore wrote that I know where he lives. So I went there, took my belt and shoes off, and I'm ready to knock at the door, and there's a nameplate saying God lives here. And I'm so afraid that if he comes up, what am I going to say? So I pack up my bags and I start running back. And I see so many people who are looking for him, but I know where he lives. That is his point.
Interesting.
Cute.
Okay, I think that very good.
Very nice.
All the discussions. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Be healthy, happy, and some of you I might see on Friday. And send the information.
Are you starting it this Friday?
Yeah, it will be just one time. Yeah. So this Friday will be it.
Just one
And
time?
if somebody has some interest, to some more, we can do it in future. There's not a big deal.
Is it from 11 to 1? Or
I don't have a
12?
fixed time. You can. I didn't fix a time with her. I was thinking about an hour or so, because just giving, when people have not studied Bhagavad Gita and all, sometimes they have this, oh my God, am I going to understand? And what is it? And some thoda apprehension hai, so I thought I will just get
Are you going to
alleviated.
record it too, Uma?
Yeah, I can record it. If you can come, and for some reason, I can record it too. That's fine.
No, the reason is I'm not going to be here, but I can listen to it.
Yeah. Okay. And then also we can, I can do that, and then we can have a little discussion time also, if somebody wants to say something and all. So that's fine.
All right.
Thank you. Hari Om, everyone.
Okay. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Very much Hari Om.
Hari Om.